workout. To start, if you have your dumbbells ready, get them ready. You've got to have those, a chair, a towel. Don't panic if you don't have any of those things, but those would be handy. Also, if you have a place to set up a band to pull or press with it, that would be great. Set that up right away. One thing also to bring, if your knees bug you, grab a pillow. So you can have your pillow just beside you, just put your knees on if you get sensitive having your knees on the ground, okay? We're gonna start down on the mat. I'm gonna get you guys lying down all the way on your tummy, okay? So we're gonna practice some core activation to start. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna pull your stomach up off the mat, rise up onto your knees, ask yourself if you feel your lower core muscles, and then from there, pop up onto your toes, okay? From there, as long as you don't feel your lower back, you're gonna hang out for a few seconds. Just hang out, listen to my voice, and then we're gonna come all the way back down again. Okay, so we're gonna do that a few times. Okay, so you're gonna pull your lower core muscles in, pull your belly off the mat, come up to the knees, come up to the toes, and then hold. And try to focus on pulling in absolutely as tight as possible with those core muscles, okay? You'll start to feel your body firing up a little bit. Okay, drop everything back down to the mat, and then we're gonna go one more time. So let's go through this series one more time. So pull your tummy in, come up to the knees, find those lower core muscles, and then come up to the toes, and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Before we go any further, roll over onto your back. Stay with the idea of your core, okay? So feet start on the ground, you're gonna end up in this position, but before you do, push your lower back to the floor, okay? So there should be a little arch here. Push that lower back to the floor. Poke on your tummy on either side, just feel the contraction, okay? Let it go again, and push the tummy to the floor. You can feel the difference if you've got it activated, okay? Once you have that, raise your legs up. Hold that core in, hold that back to the floor, dropping one heel. Okay, so it doesn't matter what side you start with. We're dropping one heel down to the floor, nice and slow, keeping that stomach tight, okay? Make sure your lower back isn't coming off the floor. Holding that core tight. Finish 2 more reps, and then we're going to place everything back on the ground, reset the core, so pull that tummy in, bring your legs back up, and we're on to the other side. So make sure you're not feeling your lower back. If you're starting to feel that, reset those deeper core muscles, okay? Nice and slow, drop that heel. Don't worry about how low you drop the leg. It's more about keeping that lower back pressed to the floor. Keep that contraction. We're gonna go for 2 more reps. Breathing and relax. Perfect, okay. Drop that down. You're gonna come back up one more time, and we're gonna try both legs together, okay? So pull that lower back in, drop those heels down, come back to where you were. Drop those heels down, come back up to where you were. If that's too much, just stay with alternating single leg, okay? Nice and slow, drop those heels. Don't let that lower back come off the floor. Keep that control, really feeling those lower abs. And let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, okay. Humor me for a second. We're staying with our core. Come back into your plank position. Think about that contraction so you can set it up the same way we did before. You're coming into your plank, okay? We're now going to raise those hips up and then bring them back down to neutral, okay? If this feels too much for you, just hold a plank on the knees or the toes, okay? Raising those hips up, warming up those shoulders, nice and slow. We're not gonna do too many reps of this. Really imagine that lower core sucking into your spine, and give it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and and 1. Okay, perfect. Everything's starting to warm up. Everybody come into a push-up position. Okay, you can choose your knees or your toes. Okay, so we're lowering all the way down to the floor. Okay, let the hands come up off the floor, and then we're gonna push ourselves up, one fluid motion, okay? So if you're on your toes, make sure your hips don't drop, okay? You're coming up in one straight line. All right, find those core muscles. So everybody get set up, on your mark, get set, we're doing it. If it feels too much to push yourself up, just focus on the down. So we're going all the way down to the floor, raise those hands up for a second and push yourself up all in one smooth line. Okay, down to the floor, raise those hands up, press up in one line. Let's give it 30 more seconds. So just find a few more reps here. Body's starting to get warmed up. And let's go for our last 15. Keep it going. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, I want you to stay on your stomach for 1 sec. We'll extend the arms out in front of you, and we're going to peel everything up off the mat. Okay, so we're just warming up the back side of your body now, pulling all those core muscles in together. Arms and legs raise up. Everything is contracted on the back of your body. Give it 30 seconds. Timer just started. Raise it up. Arms are nice and straight. Palms are facing each other. Lift those heels off the floor. Pull those core muscles in the front to feel that contraction. We've got our last 10 seconds coming up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Perfect. Okay, coming up onto your forearms. We're gonna get into your glutes for a sec here. Okay, so set your elbows up right below the shoulders, core tight, head is neutral. We're kicking that leg back behind you. Okay, so it doesn't matter what leg we start with, but let's get that leg all the way to straight, pushing through the heel, and just think about squeezing those glute muscles on that side. Perfect. Let's go for 30 more seconds. So just hold that extension, getting that glute all the way warmed up on that one side. Last 15. Push that leg all the way to straight. And then we're going to do one more thing with this leg before we do the other side. Okay, so ready in 3, 2, 1. The leg that was going behind you is coming in front. Okay, so we're here. So this is where, if you want that pillow below your knee, you can plop it below the knee on the floor. Okay, and then we're coming up all the way into this balance position. Okay, so if you need to hang on to something, you might need to relocate, but let's try to get that knee coming all the way up from the floor. Okay, so knee starts on the floor, bring it in to a knee drive. All right, all the way up, we've got 30 seconds. Getting that knee right up to your hip, okay? Think about those core muscles. That's going to be a theme throughout the whole class. Hold that thought. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. So just kick your pillow out of the way if you have it. The same leg that was in front, you're going to find a softness in the knee. What that means is it's not locked out, okay? So make it soft and tilt your body forward to tap the ground, okay? You're finding that hamstring on that one side. So the same leg that was in front is the one you're balancing on. Again, do not feel any shame in holding the wall, okay? I'd rather you hold the wall and not wobble than wobble. Okay, we've got 30 seconds, so you should be feeling this all down the back of the leg. And then we're going to go through that series one more time, okay? So coming into our last 15 seconds. Breathing, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Everybody back to the floor. Okay, so drop down. You're down on your forearms. We're going to do the other side. Let's kick that glute back, okay? So getting that One other butt cheek warmed up. Okay, kick that leg back. All the way to full extension. Your timer has started. Make sure you're thinking about pushing through that heel. The leg goes all the way up to straight. Think of something frustrating just so you have that little added contraction as you go out. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. The leg that was kicking out is coming in front. If you need that pillow below your knee, find that pillow. Core tight. Use your wall if you need it. Coming all the way up to knee drag. Get that set up. Here we go. Timer is starting. Try to make it one fluid motion, okay? No wobbling. That's where that core comes in, okay? So if you're wobbling a little bit, just pull the attention back to your abs, where we started, okay? Getting that knee drive all the way up to the hip level. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathing. Okay, perfect. Okay, one more thing on this leg. So again, don't hesitate to use the wall. Make sure you're not locking out your knee, okay? Nice and slow taps to the floor, okay? So finding that hamstring on the other side. Don't forget to breathe while you're balancing. Just kind of waking everything up here. And we're coming into our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it off. Perfect. Okay. All right, so warm-up's over. All right, grab your chair that I told you to bring. And I'm going to show you the variation with the dumbbell here. If you guys are not using dumbbells and you'd rather use your band, I'll show you this variation really quick. So your band would be in front of me. You've got both handles in one hand. You're going to do a single arm pull with your band, okay? I would say if you have dumbbells available, I would prefer this version, okay? So again, find the softness in your knee, tilt forward, and you're going to pull up, keeping your hips lined up. Everything is working together on that one side, okay? So we are doing 45 seconds on this side, okay? So get ready, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, pulling that arm up, getting that shoulder back at the end. Make sure, look where my leg is, it's all the way up. It's not lackluster down here, okay? So squeeze that glute, okay? Pulling that arm all the way up behind you. And we're gonna stay with this arm for a sec, okay? So once you're done this guy, we're moving into our next exercise right away. We're not doing the other side yet. Okay, so we've got 15 seconds. Perfect. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. So coming back with your dumbbell here. Okay, so if you don't have a dumbbell, just follow along with what I'm doing with the legs. But my dumbbell is in the same hand. I'm going down, and then I'm reaching up towards the ceiling. So down, reach up towards the ceiling. This is the same arm, okay? Lots of power, and we're off, okay? Challenge yourself to almost get that dumbbell to the ground, because that will just help you get your bum down, okay? Notice my chest is not rounding forward, going down nice and straight. Lots of enthusiasm as you push that dumbbell up to the ceiling. Breathing. And we've got our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, same arm. One more thing. Grab your pillow if you want your knees supported. You're back down in this all-four position, and we're kicking this arm behind you. Finding that contraction, okay? You can use a soup can if whatever dumbbell you have is too heavy. And on your mark, get set, go. Perfect. Making sure that arm is getting all the way back to straight, okay? Kick that arm back. It's gonna burn a little bit in the back of the arm, but that's exciting. That just means it's working. Keep it going. And you've got it. We've got 45 seconds, or sorry, 15 seconds. Sorry. And last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it off. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we know what's up now. Let's do those 3 on the other side. Okay, so coming into your first one. So grab that band or grab your chair again and get yourself set up on the other arm. Okay, so softness in the knee and pulling up with the opposite arm. Okay, nice straight hips. Okay, here we go. Okay, timer is starting right now. Remember, it is a full 45-second interval. Okay, so keep pulling that arm all the way back. Keep that contraction. We've got 30 seconds to go. Keep those abs tight. And last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Keeping your dumbbell, same hand, dropping down, overhead press. Here we go. Dropping down, overhead press. Again, do not worry if you don't have a dumbbell, just follow along with the legs. Perfect. Soup cans work too. Finding that contraction. Lots of power. And we're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Coming into all fours. Okay, grab your dumbbell. Contract those shoulders back. Use your soup can if you don't have dumbbells. We're contracting that arm all the way out to straight. Perfect. Find that tricep. Perfect. Timer is starting right now. So get those transitions as quick as possible. That's the best part about circuit is you kind of get that cardio benefit at the same time just because we're moving so quickly between things. Okay, so keep that contraction. Keep those shoulders back. And we've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Perfect. Okay, so then everybody come onto those hands again. Okay, so you're coming into this position with your knees down. Pull those abs in, and you're gonna lift the legs up to a plank. Okay, we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Okay, so ready? On your mark, get set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your knees down. Coming back up, check in that your elbows aren't locked up. We're gonna go into this position. So this time, it's the same as what we were doing earlier, but you're doing it with your arms nice and straight. So we're going back and forth for 30 seconds, okay? So push those hips up, bring them back down to neutral. Here we go. Nice and controlled. Bring them back down to neutral. Nice, controlled movement. Just checking in that your hips aren't going below, so make sure you're in a nice straight line, okay? No swooping. Keep that control. Breathing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, grab your pillow and your dumbbell if you have them ready. And we're gonna go back through this series in reverse. But this time we're going to do one arm and then directly into the other, and we're going all the way back through these 3 exercises we just did. Okay, so we're coming back into your triceps. You might want to do the arm you did first, again, just so you have enough rest interval. Okay, so ready, on your mark, get set. We've got 30 seconds aside of triceps, so straight back. Here we go. Nice and controlled. Keep those shoulders back. Getting that full extension, watch that your shoulders tuck back into the socket. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can pause a little bit longer at the end. Okay, so every rep, when you get back, just pause a little bit longer. Hang in there. We've got our last 5 seconds coming up here, and then let's just try to make that transition really quick. So 3, 2, 1, move the dumbbell into the other arm, and we're off right away. Okay, so just right into that other side. Get that extension. Don't forget to breathe. And coming into your last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathing. Okay, great. Coming up to standing. So the only thing I'll say is come back to your original arm, okay? So trade that dumbbell back to your other hand, and we're gonna do that squat shoulder press. Okay, so this time we're doing a full minute because we're gonna switch hands and do the other side right away. Okay, so get ready. Here we go, and we're off. Okay, so you'll notice your heart rate is gonna go up with this one, which is great. That's awesome for the cardio. Okay, timer has started. We're all on that one side, getting that smooth press all the way up to a straight arm. Focusing. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, coming directly into the other side. Here we go. Get that other arm going. We're starting right now. So other arm, and go. Press up. Looks good. Find that full extension there. Breathing. Okay, keep it into 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it off. Perfect. Okay. So coming into that single arm row, if you want to challenge yourself and make it a little harder, you could put both of your dumbbells in one hand, okay? So if you want to try that, or try a heavier weight if you have multiple options, now's your chance, okay? Otherwise, if you're doing it with the band, let's just get both handles in the one hand. Ready, set, go. Okay, timer just started. And remember, we're doing a little bit of a longer interval here. We're doing 45 seconds a side. So the other ones were 30, okay? So just stay with me for a sec. Get that full extension all the way out. Perfect. And stay with me. We've got 20 seconds to go here. Breathing. And last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it off. Okay, perfect. Okay, coming into the other side. Okay, so get it all set up. Get those hips lined up. Get that dumbbell happening, and go. Okay, you got it. Get that extension. We're breathing all the way to 45 seconds. Again, you can pause a little longer at the top if you need to. Just make sure you're getting that shoulder back. It's not a race. We've got lots of time. Okay, finish it strong. Check in with that leg behind you. If you've got it elevated, lift it up maybe a little bit higher. We've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Perfect. Okay, so breathing. Okay, so we're gonna shake it up. So that circuit is done. Relax. That stuff is all finished. Okay, we're gonna move back to the legs here. Okay, so if you've got your dumbbell, you're gonna have it at your chest, and we're gonna start with a set of squats. Okay, so when you're doing your squats, check in that your feet are a little wider than your hips. And then you're gonna try to go down. Notice I'm going a little bit lower than my knees, but my chest is staying up. I'm not folding forward, okay? So those are my pointers. Timer is going to start off. If you don't have dumbbells, just follow along body weight. Here we go. And squeeze those glutes as you come back up, okay? Timer has begun. Okay, let's get that butt down and squeeze those glutes as you come back up. Okay, so we're going to stay with our legs for this whole series, so you can completely refocus your attention here. We're now on the lower half of our body. Okay, breathing. Challenge yourself to squeeze your bum as you come back up. Get that little bit of extra pizzazz. We've got 10 more seconds of squats here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you'll notice I have my chair out still. Okay, so the only thing that worries me about you guys using a chair at home is that it might slide away, okay? So what I would like you to do is place it where it's on a wall. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so just push that there. And then just imagine my chair is on the wall because it's easier for me to demo this way. I'm gonna come all the way out into this position. So notice I'm way, way, way out with my leg. I'm using my dumbbell, but you don't have to. You can just do body weight. You're going down and back up. Okay, so you can try the dumbbell, but it might be okay with just your body, okay? Get that all set up. Be careful that your leg is out far enough. So you're noticing if your knee is going forward like that. You want your knee right over your ankle, okay? Drop it down. Timer just started. Here we go. Perfect. Challenging yourself to go down nice and low. And we're gonna do a few things on this leg, okay? So we're staying with this for a second. Slow and steady is good. Don't rush any of the amazing parts of this exercise, okay? Keep that control. And we've got our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the same leg that was in front is just gonna come in a bit. You still have your back leg on the floor, or on the chair. Okay, so notice that I'm in nice and close, about a foot away from the chair, and I'm just gonna hinge forward. So my knee is relaxed, and I'm sticking my bum back. So I'm hinging mostly through my hip, okay? Here we go, timer is off. Find that hamstring. So very similar to what we did in the warm-up, and feel free to do this body weight, okay? So you don't have to use the dumbbell. Nice and slow. Really stick that bum back, hopefully feeling that little tiny spot right below your glute. And we've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, so the same leg that was in front is going to be the leg working. We're back on the floor, okay? Core is tight, back is nice and still, and we're kicking the leg that was in front up into the air, okay? Just doing this body weight, okay? So kicking that heel up. Timer is starting right now. Notice my heel is in kind of close to my bum. I've got that extension, my core is tight. I'm not rounding my back and forth. Keep that back nice and still. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to be a bit of a jerk here. Okay, so you're coming back, so that leg that was kicking up is coming in front again. You have the option of holding your dumbbell at your chest, and we're going to step up like what we did in the warm-up, but from the floor with weight. And no worry about the knee drive, okay? You can just step here, okay? You can also hold 2 dumbbells beside you if you want more of a challenge, okay? Here we go. Timer just started. So you can hold 2 dumbbells beside you or 1 dumbbell at your chest. Coming right up from the floor. We're still working on that same leg. Isn't it great? Breathing. And we've got 15 seconds, so give it a few more reps here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. Shake it off. Okay, so this is an excellent place for a water break. Okay, so grab a sip of water if you need it. And otherwise, we're getting into the other side. Okay, so take your time setting this up. Remember, you've got your chair on the wall, and we're gonna hold the dumbbell if you want to, on the same side, okay? Set it up, get it all going. I'm gonna start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, let's do it. Perfect. Focus on getting that depth with your leg. Challenge yourself to make sure you're all lined up, so just don't let your heel pop up. Make sure your weight's in the heel, knees tracking over your ankle, all that good stuff. Take a deep breath just to make sure you're focusing. Center your energy here. We've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Perfect. Okay, so keep your dumbbell if you have it. Scoot yourself in a bit. I don't know what I was going to say there. And hinge from your hip, okay? Remember, you're not locking your standing knee. Okay, the same leg is in front. Nice and slow, find that hamstring. Here we go. Hinge it forward. All in the back of the leg there. Breathing. Focusing. And we've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe. Perfect. Okay, so coming on down to the floor, just remember what leg you had in front, because that's the one that we're kicking up. Keep that back nice and still. And we're kicking up towards the ceiling. Ready and going for it. Here we go. Get that leg up. Find that glute. Keep your core strong and activated as you do this. Breathing. We've got 10 more seconds. Breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, remember the last thing is coming back to this position, okay? And choose whether you want those dumbbells again. I suggest you use them if you used them on the other side, otherwise you're gonna be walking in circles all day. And here we go. Okay, timer started. Step it up from the floor, feet end up together, okay? Back down, enjoy yourself. Breathing. Keeping that control. We've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Perfect. Breathe. Okay, so coming up to the top. Okay, I have some good news and some bad news. So the good news is we're going to do another set. The bad news is we're not going to do the exact same order, okay? So choose which one's the good news, which one's the bad news. We're doing similar stuff, but we're gonna change it up. The only one that's the same is your squats, okay? So as soon as you're ready, let's grab that dumbbell, let's get into the squats one more set, and then we're gonna go through another series of legs here, okay? So, but who knows what's gonna happen, okay? Ready, and go. Okay, so squat, get the bum down, get the chest up, and you got it. Squeeze those glutes. Follow along on the fitness journey. Bingo, bingo. Squeezing that bum as you come up. And we've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay. All right, so let's change it up. So first thing you have to decide is if you want to use your weight, okay? So if your weight felt really heavy doing these guys on the chair, you probably want to just do this one body weight, okay? But if you've got a dumbbell and you are up for the challenge, hold it at your chest. I told you to bring a towel. I've got the towel below my back foot. Choose which leg you want in front, and we're sliding back. So make sure you're on a place that you can slide, okay? If you find you don't have anything in your house to slide on, you're just gonna step back into your lunge, okay? So your choice, timer is gonna start. Weight at your chest, slide into that lunge, come back up, okay? Slide into that lunge, come back up, or step. Here we go. Find that knee tracking right over your ankle. I want your weight in your front heel, okay? Nice and slow. Feeling that glute as you come all the way back up to the top. Take your time. Almost challenge yourself to make this one painfully slow. Getting all the angles of that leg, okay? Perfect. We've got 15 seconds. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the leg that was just in front is staying in front. Watch where my toe is. So my back toe is right behind the heel. If you want to use a dumbbell, it's in the same hand as the back leg. And we're reaching down to tap the floor, come back up. I angle my dumbbell just like this, so it's not straight like that, okay? So just like that. Okay, ready? Get yourself set up. Hinge, the same leg that was in front is in front. We're getting that back of the leg. Tap that dumbbell to the floor. If the dumbbell is too much, just do body weight. Squeeze that glute. Coming all the way up to the top. Hopefully really feeling that hamstring. Perfect. And we've got our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you have a decision to make on your last exercise. Okay, so the one that was in front has the option of bending into a side lunge if you don't want to jump. Okay, so you can go side lunge, adding weight if you want to at your chest. If you want to crank it up a notch, we're going to go jump down, tap the floor, come back up. Okay, so jump down, tap the floor, come back up. Okay, user's choice. Okay, ready? It's going to be 30 seconds. Here we go. Okay, timer started already, so let's go. If you're doing those side lunges, let's get that butt down and landing with a soft knee if you're doing those taps. Perfect. Hopefully really feeling the legs at this point. We're almost at the end of class, so just stay with me for a little bit longer. We've got 3, 2, 1, shake it off. Nice. Okay, water break if you need it. Grab a sip, and then remember we've got to do this other leg, okay? So just coming into your towel or your step back lunges, okay? So timer's gonna start in 5 seconds. Make that water break really quick. Take a couple deep breaths, and ready in 3, 2, 1, we're off. Okay, sliding that leg back, find that control. You got it. Slow and steady, okay? So make sure you're the one in control. It's not the towel, okay? Slide that leg back, getting that knee almost down to the floor. Slow and steady. Breathing. Perfect. We've got our last 15 seconds, so stay with me. Getting that leg down. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, remember, same leg in front, the toe is back behind you, stabilizing. Coming right down to the floor, tap that dumbbell, and then coming all the way back up. Please be careful with your back, and we're off. Here we go. check in that you're not locking the knee of your standing leg, right? So softness, and then hinge and tap, okay? Find that hamstring. Nice and slow. Breathing, looks good. Yep. And perfect. We've got our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. Last exercise of class. Okay, so we gotta do that side lunge or that side lunge tap. Okay, so we're going one more set. Choose what we did the last time on this side. Here we go. Timer is starting in 3, 2, 1. They're off. Breathing. Okay, quick 30 seconds of pure joy here. Get that going. Perfect. Get that lunge happening or get that jump happening, and then we're moving into a stretch very quickly here. We've got our last 15 seconds. Breathing. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's the end of class. If you guys need to jet off to do whatever you need to do, I get it, stretch later. But otherwise, I'm going to guide you through a very quick stretch here just so we're not feeling too sore tomorrow. So feet wide, toe turned out on the one side, and let's lean over that one leg. Take 2 or 3 really deep breaths. And just moving over to the other side, let's do the same over on the other side. Taking those deep breaths. And then crisscrossing your legs in front here and leaning forward. Let's stretch your IT bands. So my legs are crossed and I'm just leaning. Again, take a couple deep breaths. Focus on the back leg, not the front one. And then coming up, let's uncross the legs. Let's cross them over the other side. Give it a little stretch on the other side. Breathing, and then coming up to standing, grab a quad here. Just hang out. Stretch that front of the leg. Take a couple deep breaths. And then moving into the other side when you're ready. Don't let me rush you if you need more time. And then clasping your hands behind you. Let's lean forward one last time. Stretching out the chest, shoulders, letting that head hang. Coming all the way up, clasping the hands the other way. Tuck your chin down to your chest. And then we're going to go triceps just on the back of the arm here. Breathing. And then over to the other side, just like that. And then let's just give those back muscles a quick stretch. So just tuck your chin down to your chest. And feel those back muscles stretch out. And that's a wrap, everybody. Thank you for joining me today, and the end.